Not at all. Giannis is still relying on his athleticism and in the early 30s, it's time to start doing that now. So when you are 50 or 60 and you got a couple billion in the bank, now you could live comfortably and not have to worry about
take them out, 2 shots, pop, pop, take them out. Had a few ones try to take me out. Now I can't trust a damn soul. Own brothers against me. Should've never ever be the same. When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry.
Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Heartbeat Arena. It's your boy Trillionaire Chuck. We on episode 16, and today we got a lot to talk about. We got a huge debate topic going on. Could the Detroit Pistons of 2004 beat the Warriors of 2017? We got Caitlin Clark's performance. We got Angel Reese performance. We even got Lexie Brown, Sparks on / Gills Arena, one of the hosts. Lexie Brown's performance. And then we got our favorite segment, Relationship Talks, where we dive in deep about, topics, some touchy, some may be a little sensitive, but it's all to help better strengthen your relationship and to put you on game of what's going on out here. But wait, let's just dive right in it. So first thing I want to talk about, y'all gotta forgive me, I'm just coming over a cold, so bear with me, y'all. Man, your boy been under the weather, but nonetheless, the show was going. So, could the 2004 Detroit Pistons beat the 2017 Golden State Warriors? Now, this debate was started with Draymond Green and Rasheed Wallace, I believe. And I've seen both teams. I mean, we're talking about the Detroit Pistons that beat the Lakers, Kobe and Shaq, with, I believe, Karl Malone and Gary Payton. Yes, Malone and Payton will probably pass their times and stuff, but, all in all, it's still a Kobe and Shaq Lakers team that, the Pistons beat. I think if I'm not mistaken, they 4-1 them in the finals. So, and they were talking about the Golden State Warriors team with KD. But before I get into who I feel will win and why, let's start with the roster. So again, the 2004 Detroit Pistons, their record was 54-28, right? You had Chucky Atkins, you had Chauncey Billups, you had Rip Hamilton, you had Ben Wallace, you had Rasheed Wallace, you had Tayshaun Prince, you had Lindsey Hunter, right? Okay, so let's go over the height. You had Chucky Atkins at 5'11", Chauncey around 6'3", you had Lindsey around 6'2", you had Tayshaun 6'9", Rasheed at 6'11", Ben Wallace at 6'9", right? Let's go over some numbers. Now I want for the viewers that's watching, listen to these numbers, okay? And before we get to it, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel go a long way. Still trying to get to that 5,000 subscribers. Once I hit 5K, Trillionaire Chuck's gonna give out some money. Come on now, help me, help you all. Now, like I said, everybody needs money these days. Let Chuck give you some money, but before we can do that, gotta get the 5K subscribers, y'all. Come on. So, from my source, basketball/reference.com. Here we go. Chucky Atkins, the back. So he's more likely coming off the bench, and he was shooting like 37% from the field, averaging 6.2 points. These are playoff numbers. These are like numbers within their rifle, throughout the career. We'll say career, or one will say that year. We'll say that year, 2003, 2004. Okay. Rebounds, he was averaging 1.2, assists 2.4. Chauncey Billups, aka Mr. Big Shot, he was playing rough around 35.4 minutes, right? Shooting 39% from the field, 38% from three. He was averaging 16.9 points per game, 5.7 assists per game with 1.1 steals per game. Okay, then you got Rip Hamilton, who was playing roughly around 35.5 minutes per game. He was shooting at 46% from the field because he was the mid-range sniper, right? Shooting roughly 26% from the field, averages 17.6 points per game, 4 assists per game, with 1.3 steals per game, right? Then you got Lindsey Hunter, someone else coming off the bench. And people don't sleep on Lindsey. Lindsey could play defense as well, okay? 6'2", 20 minutes per game, shooting 34% from the field, right? Shooting 28% from three-point range, averaging 2.6 assists per game, averaging 1.2 steals per game, okay? But only put up 3.5 points per game. Yeah. Okay. Tayshaun Prince. He was playing 32.9 minutes per game, shooting 47% from the field, 36% from three, 2.3 assists per game, 0.8 steals per game. He was averaging roughly around 10.3 points per game. For someone, I mean, keep in mind, Tayshaun Prince is a long dude. Like, he was a two-way player, long, and his shot was okay. I mean, when I watched Tayshaun play, it was like, okay, really wasn't that spectacular. It's not like he could create his own shot. Like, if he's open for the three, he'll shoot it. Okay, mid-range shooter. Drive to the basket. If he had the lane, he'll dunk on you. But mostly it was like defense, playing good in the passing lane and stuff like that. That's what he's mostly for. Rasheed Wallace averaged 30.6 minutes per game. Shot 43% from the field. He shot 31% from three. Averaged 1.8 assists per game, 1.1 steals per game, 13.7 points per game. Okay, this is Rasheed Wallace, y'all, And now Ben Wallace played 37.7 minutes per game. And believe it or not, y'all, if y'all see Ben Wallace play, you're going to believe he was averaging 42% from the field, shooting 42% from the field, 12% from three. Obviously, he don't shoot. It's horrible. 3-point shooter, he was the center, right? 1.7 assists per game, 1.8 steals per game, and averaging 9.5 points per game, right? So that's the Pistons, right? That's that 04 Pistons. That's that championship Pistons team, right? Now let's get into this Warriors 2017 team, right? Their record, 67-15. Let's run down this roster. Sean Livingston at 6'7", Steph Curry at 6'2", Klay Thompson at 6'6", Kevin Durant at 6'11", Draymond Green at 6'6", Andre Iguodala at 6'6", and David West at 6'9". Okay. Let's run down these numbers, and then we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk basketball. Okay. Sean Livingston was playing 17.7 minutes per game. That's coming off the bench, right? Shooting 54% from the field, shooting 33% from three, averaging 5.1 points per game, averaging 1.8 assists per game with 0.5 steals per game. Steph, 33.4 minutes per game, shooting 46% from the field, shooting 41% from three, averaging 25.3 points per game, averaging 6.6 assists per game, steals 1.8 per game, right? Now we got Klay Thompson. All right, Klay Thompson. He was roughly averaging 34 minutes per game, shooting 46% from the field. So him and Steph shooting roughly the same from the field, right? 41% from three, averaging 22 points per game, 2.1 assists per game, and 0.8 steals per game, right? Kevin Durant. Oh my gosh, Kevin Durant, averaging 33.4 minutes per game, shooting 53% from the field, shooting 37% from three, averaging 25 points per game, 4.8 assists per game with 1.1 steals per game. Draymond Green, averaging 32.5 minutes per game, shooting 41% from the field, shooting 30% from three. He was averaging 10 points, 7 assists, and 2 steals per game. Now you got Andre Iguodala. He was averaging 26 minutes per game, shoot 52% from the field, shooting 36% from three. Averaging 7.6 points per game, 3.4 assists per game, 1 steal per game. Last but not least, we got David West at 6'9", who averaged 12.6 minutes per game, shooting 53% from the field, shooting 37% from three, averaging 4.6 points per game, 2.2 assists per game, 0.6 steals per game. Okay, so. Okay. See, if you watch this, if these two teams were to go head up, okay, head up. See, Chauncey more likely will be guarding Steph. Chauncey's a little bigger, he'll probably be posting Steph up. Tayshaun will probably be guarding Kevin Durant. Rasheed probably would be guarding Draymond. And then you will have Ben on David West. Right? And then Clay would be on Rip Hamilton. I mean, see, here's the thing, though. See, they're both going to be moving because, Clay's going to have to fight through those screens that they're going to set for Rip. Same thing, Rip's going to have to go through the screens for Clay unless they're going to stick Tayshaun on Clay and then put Rip on. No, they won't do that. That would be crazy because then, Kevin at 6'11", like, no one's really going to stop him, honestly. Not even Rasheed at 6'11". Rasheed ain't gonna slow Kevin Durant down. So, but see, this is the thing. It's gonna come down to the bench, and Detroit really ain't got no bench that can match up with Golden State's bench because, you got Sean Livingston that's gonna come off the bench. 5.1. He probably gonna mess around and drop 7. Then you mess around and have Iggy, who will be that Swiss Army knife. Like they're not gonna have an answer for that. Like Lindsay's not gonna stop Iggy. Lindsay 6'2". Sean is 6'7". That's a problem right there. Chucky 5'11". Iggy 6'6". So I would give it to the Warriors. I think it'll be like a 10-point swing. Warriors, if they were to match up. I mean, Rasheed's going to be Rasheed. He's going to get his point, but then, Draymond's going to be Draymond. I mean, David West, Ben Wallace, and that kind of counts it out, but David West has more of an offensive game than Ben Wallace does. I mean, granted, they're going to be rebounding. Detroit might rebound the ball more, but I don't see them beating the Warriors. I don't. Because even with Rip and Clay going at it, it's going to be Steph and Chauncey. And then, Tayshaun and KD. KD's winning that matchup. She probably will win his matchup against Draymond, depending on which Draymond may show up. I got West winning his matchup against Ben Wallace, but the bench just ain't got no bench. Because at the end of it all, it's going to come down to, who? Come on, Lindsay. Lindsay's not stopping nobody. Not stopping no Andre Iguodala. Yeah, that's lunch meat. Chucky, cut it. No. Yeah, I give it to Golden State. I have to give it to Golden State. Height, more talent. The coaching, you're both gonna have to strategize for each other, but I know Gil alluded to it, but realistically, I got Golden State because he didn't allude to the bench. Like Sean Livingston will be a key factor. Andre Iguodala, David West. He didn't even include David West in that, so it was like, yeah, that's why I would give it to Golden State because they just have a better bench. Their bench will end up putting at least another 5 or 10 on the board because Detroit's gonna have to leave in Chauncey and Tayshaun, throughout the whole game. Rip, they may rest him for a little bit if they get back, bring him back in the game. But Detroit really don't have a bench that can match up with Golden State. That's why I give the edge to Golden State in this situation. All right, let's talk finals. So, it's set. We have the Mavs against the Celtics. Who's coming out? Tatum's contract is on the line. Brown MVP for the Eastern Conference. Larry Bird MVP. Luka, Magic Johnson MVP for the West. Okay. Tatum, Luka matchup pretty much. Depending on which Tatum's showing up, they could pretty much cancel each other out. Kyrie. Who's going to be on Kyrie? Drew Holiday? Depending on if 20-point Kyrie show up, 30-point Kyrie. Kyrie has something to prove. Drew won't have his hands full. But see, the thing about it with the Celtics, they can throw Drew and Derek White at Kyrie. They both defend. They're both two-way players. And then you got Brown. They don't really have no one that's going to check Brown, right? Who's going to put P.J. Washington on him? So now, Tim Hardaway Jr., I got to give it to the Celtics. I think this is their year. I think they're going to pull it out unless Kyrie and Luka do some miraculous, guard play that gets the Celtics discombobulated. See, Tatum has to be a 30-point guy throughout this series because the ball in the offense is going to rotate heavily through Luka and Kyrie. And the Celtics cannot play selfish basketball. They have to play as a unit. Horford's going to have to still put up his 14 if Porzingis comes back. Porzingis going to have to be Porzingis. They can't allow Dallas to knife through and throw lobs like they were doing against the Timberwolves. Right? See, the thing about it is they could throw different people at Kyrie to, even though he's seen it all, it's still like, okay, you could send Drew at him. Okay, now we take Drew off and put Derek at him and give Drew some rest. But you also got to put that pressure back, and that's why I give it more to the Celtics. I got them winning it in 6. I do want to say 4-2, but I got Celtics in 6. I got to go in game 6 Celtics. and stuff. So before we talk about the performances of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Okay, we're back. Woo. So, a lot of controversy going on with this whole Caitlin Clark thing. You got people really upset about it. Okay. They're talking about Caitlin Clark. She's getting fouled too hard. Hey, welcome to the W. This ain't college. Cheryl Swoops, Diana Taurasi, they tried to warn you. Yes, your talent is transitioning. You're doing your thing. Good, wonderful. But Cheryl said it's gonna be physical, and them girls is out there mad you got this money. Caitlin, you gotta toughen up, sweetheart. Hey, gotta toughen up. Or they gonna keep doing it to you. They gonna keep fouling you hard. So you better go ahead and put your big girl panties on, toughen up. Alright? But let's go over her performance. What's she been doing? According to ESPN, Kayla's averaging 15.6 points per game, 5.1 rebounds per game, 6.4 assists per game, 1.3 steals per game. She's shooting 35.7% from the field, 29.7% from three, and 89% from the free throw line. Not no bad numbers. Not bad numbers, okay, for the rookie. However, the Fever's record is 2-9 since she's been in the starting lineup. Question: do you still put Caitlin Clark in the starting lineup, or do you have her come off the bench? Last episode, I said keep her. She still has to learn the ropes. She's still trying to find her way. Okay, she has to know how to win. So it can't just maybe if she get her team more involved, right? And she understands more of the game, because okay, obviously her scoring, even when she dropped that 30 piece, I think she took an L. So listen, people could complain about the schedule all they want. Okay, look, we got fans saying. We got Daniel, whose Twitter handle is 814, says, really terrible schedule for the W. Almost like they want the Fever to lose every game and get the number one pick again, right? Then we got Frank Isola, whose Twitter handle is @the_Frank_Isola, who says, the W needs to find the person responsible for having the Fever and Caitlin Clark. Keyword, the Fever and Caitlin Clark, not just the Fever. It's just the Fever and Caitlin is her own separate entity. Okay. Caitlin Clark played 11 games in 20 days, and the defending champs Las Vegas Aces play only 6. Well, I mean, hey, who cares? Who cares? Don't nobody care. Okay? This is the WNBA, folks. I'll put it like this. Show of hands, how many of y'all watched the WNBA game before Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese and them came into the scene? Oh, nobody? Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. Look. Hey, there's a target on your back, Caitlin. You keep on losing in this effort. They mess around and might have you come off the bench. I don't think you should, but you gotta find a way to win. You have to find a way to win. Because they're trying to make it so that she's gonna be, in the next few years, Caitlin Clark's gonna be the face of the WNBA. She's going to be the face of the WNBA in the next couple of years. I give it 3 years. 4. She will be the face of the WNBA. So, Y'all better watch out and get used to it. I mean, she's here, and all you ladies that's fouling her hard, hey, when she be the face, watch what happens. Watch what happens. On the flip side to that, we got the shy Barbie. We got the shy Barbie, Angel Reese. The Sky are now 3-4 with Reese in the start lineup. Her numbers 10.6 points per game, 8.9 rebounds per game, 1.9 assists per game with 1.3 steals per game. She's shooting 35% from the field and 66% from the free throw line. I mean, my expectations like Reese is probably going to be a walking double double, but it's not going to be like an impactful double double like how we are all envisioned for her. Because when she came, I had the mindset like, okay, she's going to work on her face up game. She's going to have at least 2 back to the basket moves she can go to consistently. She's going to, be shooting roughly around 75%, 80% for free throw. It's not the case. I mean, yeah, you putting up maybe like 10, 12, 14 a night with 10 rebounds. I mean, but I saw you being this 20 and 15 girl. And I know you can get to it if you focus. But see, here's another thing. There's a target on your back too. Angel, sweetheart, the women in the W do not like the fact that y'all came in and things were handed to y'all from college because of your popularity. Okay? Granted, you guys brought more eyeballs to the W, right? But the price of fame, that celebrity status, comes with a price. Yes, those women be fouling Angel too. But Angel don't say much about it. She not complaining about it. She just taking it as it is. But you know what though? I like both. I think it's good for the game. The competitiveness, the rivalry. Caitlyn and Reese, their own rivalry, 2 separate positions, but that's their rivalry. It's good for the W. I like it. It's very good for the W. But Reese, I want your numbers to get better, sweetie. Come on now. Chuck wants your numbers to get better. I want you to be this averaging like 15 and 12 girl. Really, I want you at 20, but that's another story. I know you got it in you. You just gotta really want it. You gotta want it. They not trying to give you nothing. They not trying to give you nothing, Reese, in the league. They don't like that you're at this pedestal like you're. They don't like that. Same with you, Caitlin. They gonna keep on doing what they're doing because they do not like you guys' success. They don't like that you guys came in with all this fame, all this popularity, and they can't stand it. So they are at you guys' throat every single game. What are y'all gonna do about it, Caitlin? You gotta step up for yourself. Hey, maybe if you give them a cheap shot. I'm not saying, go still on somebody, but hey, be the initiator. Let them know you're not taking that. Reese, be the initiator. Let them know y'all ain't playing. Hey, y'all ain't finna keep pushing me to the ground and fouling me hard. I'm not the one. Just my advice. But yes. Now, let's talk about a woman that's not getting pushed to the ground like that. That's Lexie Brown. Lexie. She's averaging 8.5 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, 3.4 assists per game, 1.1 steals per game, shooting 31.9% from the field, shooting 30% from three, and shooting 86% from the free throw line. The Sparks are 2-6 with her. I want to look at something real quick. You know what's funny about this? Kaylin shoots the three at 29.7%. Lexie shoots the three at 30%. Yet the Spark don't really design a play for Lexie. Like when I was watching the game, it's like she goes, gets to the corner, and they just have her stand there instead of having her utilizing her full potential. And like I said, she has to work on her ball handling more. She has to be more like knowing what she's gonna do when she gets it. Like she's gonna pass, she has to pass. If she's gonna make a move. You know, she's gonna pull up but it's like she thinks about it too much. But still, I would involve her in the plays if I'm the Sparks. Like she's shooting 30% from three. She's shooting better than Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark has the green light. So come on now, y'all need to get Lexie more involved in the offenses and stuff. She needs to be moving, not just go stand in the corner. Like what? No, she's a champion. Utilize her. And before we get into my last segment of the show, I'm gonna take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go.
It's time to get you in the game. Yes, you. Let us get you in the game. Shop now at shiftsquad.net.
Hey y'all, we back. I had to give me a little drink. Well, lemon water. Let's get to the last segment of the show, relationship talks. Okay, so every time I do these relationship talks, I hope it resonates with people. I really be trying to help them with their current situation, involving whomever they're with, or if they just be wanting, some advice on, hey, why is this person acting like this or being like this? So let's just dive right into it. All right. First question. Does your spouse feel like your priority even when you're hanging out with friends? Okay. So I tell people all the time this. I always tell them, I'm like, hey, whenever you're in a relationship, you can't be mad at who their friends are, right? You can't tell them, oh yeah, cut your friends off. They were there before you. And if it don't work out, guess who's gonna be there? They're gonna be there. So yes, your partner is a priority, but never, it's okay to hang out with your friends. It should never be no thing where you gotta cut your friends or you're forced to choose between your friends and your partner, and that should never get to that point. Cause I can tell you right now, if you pick your partner over your friends and you and your partner don't work out, you be lucky if you get your friends back. You be lucky if you get your friends back. Cause let me tell you, I had that happen to me. I had it happen to me plenty of times where people chose their partner over me as a friend. And I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't say nothing about it. When it didn't work, guess what phone they called? Of course, they called me. I'm like, come on now, yeah, they called. I'm like, told you it wouldn't work. Because certain things a friend might pick up on that you're not picking up on. You know, so a source, yourtangle.com. They say this. They say, remember, you have friends before your relationship. Don't forget to prioritize them along with your romantic relationship because when you have problems with your partner, you're going to need your friends' support. They are so right about that. They are so right about that because relationships require work. I can't stress this enough. If you are not willing to put in the work to make your relationship successful or healthy, then hey, be single. Be single and mingle. But I'm not gonna keep doing that for the rest of your life. I'm not gonna keep doing that for the rest of your life. So I say this to say, when you get into a relationship, you don't ditch your friends. Okay, you prioritize the way for your relationship and your friends, and you prioritize how you make them both work for you. Okay, because you're still gonna need your friends no matter what. Okay, so let's get into the second topic. This one, this one was kind of yeah. I mean, this one, a lot of y'all can't even answer this question, but it came up. So I think we talk about it on the show. What makes your partner different from other people that you've been with? I'm going to say it again. What makes your partner different from other people you have been with? Leave your comments and answer that question. Okay, leave your comments, and yes, Trillion Chuck does read comments, and yes, Trillion Chuck does reply. Okay, he does answer. All right. You know, some of y'all date what you know, and y'all be thinking this person is different this time. It's like, no, same person, just in a different way. What I mean by that is, person is taller, person is shorter, person is fatter, person is skinnier. Same characteristics though. Same characteristics. Maybe it's just a certain type of person that you just are fixated on. Right? You know, you can't date like 5, 6 plus people and be like, oh, they want nothing. And then when you get asked the question, like, okay, so what did this person do? And then they telling you X, Y, Z. Okay, what was the last relationship like? And then they say X, Y, Z. Then it's like, wait, they're not the same person. You have a certain type of person that you like to date. You know, some people like, you know, confrontational people. They think that's love. Like they want someone to argue and fight with them. Some people like someone that could be all up under them. Like, hey, I want to spend time, lay up with you, all this other stuff, right? Talk to you all day throughout the day. Some people like a go-getter, someone that goes out there and gets it. They get the money, they get things done. Some like educated people, you know. There's certain types. But it's like if the type that you like is not benefiting your life, where it makes you more miserable and stuff, then you need to switch up then. Maybe you need to try out, maybe you need to get outside your comfort zone or get outside what you normally, you know, date. So like if you date nothing but tall guys, but all tall guys brought you misery, then you need to date short guys. If short guys brought you misery, then maybe you need to date tall guys. Or if the guy who you used to date always just yelling and screaming and all this other stuff, then you need to date someone that's not like that. But you will never know because you be stuck in your own little box, your own little world, stuck to the certain type, falling for the same tricks. Same thing, it's just worded different. Oh man, Like, you gotta know what you want when it comes to dating. Know what you want and stick to it. But I hate to say it. Yeah, you can say, yeah, I want this. I want someone to do this for me, take care and show me they're gonna take care of me. And then when it comes, you don't like it. Oh no, I don't like that. No, I don't like the way this person was talking to me. And they probably ain't even said nothing bad or did nothing wrong. You're just making up a reason to not want to be with the person. After time. But you can't be afraid to venture out what you're used to dating. Like I said, I had one person who was in a toxic relationship, screaming and yelling, putting hands on her and stuff like that. And she ran into someone she dated outside what she was used to. Someone that didn't put his hands on her, someone that didn't yell at her and stuff like that. And she thought it was boring. She said, he's boring. He's not yelling at me, putting his hands on me. But then she had to learn this type of behavior. She's like, I like this behavior. I like this behavior. Yeah, because that's healthy. And then when you get what you ask for, you can't be afraid of it. If you want someone to take care of the household, to pay the bills and all that stuff, and then that person comes along, you can't be shy and scared like, oh no, fuck, no, I don't want that, and make up something to leave them. What sense does that make? This is what you asked for. See, and some of y'all kill me with that. Y'all come up to me with these questions on why y'all relationship ain't working. It's like, this person does everything you ask for because y'all get into, what, 2, 3, 4 altercations where y'all bump heads and all of a sudden you ready to leave, jump ship. Because, and then run back to what you used to know. What you used to date, and you're thinking that's love, and you're always in heartache, and you're always in pain. Last topic. Here we go. Here go another thing y'all can't even answer, but I'm gonna give you the answer anyway. Shoot, y'all don't even know this answer. You wouldn't even know it unless I told you. You know, skip it. I'm gonna tell you the answer. Here we go. What does a healthy relationship look like? Leave your comments. What does a healthy relationship look like? Comment. Go ahead. Tell me y'all version of a healthy relationship. I'm listening. I want to see this. When by the time the next day, I guarantee you not one person will comment because they don't know what a healthy relationship look like. And if they do comment, it's because they watched this all the way through. It is a healthy relationship. Empathy, emotional intelligence. You have empathy towards one another. You understand where one is coming from. You agree to disagree. You have trust. You have open communication where you guys can communicate and not feel judged or belittled, right? Right? You guys have similar goals. You guys are not jealous and envious of one another, meaning you're not competing against each other. You're a partner. Whatever one lacks, the other one is strengthening. Compromise. You like spending time with each other. You understand each other. Healthy relationship. Healthy. Don't take my word for it. Let's see what our source from NY.gov says, healthy relationship, honesty, trust, respect, open communication between partners. Partners respect each other's independence, can make their own decisions without fear of retribution, retaliation, and they share decisions. Meaning, someone can make a decision and not worry about getting slapped upside the head or getting cussed at. Like, why did you make this person? What the fuck? You know we can't afford it. That's how it usually starts, right? Or, damn, you so fucking dumb. I told you to fucking do this and you went and did the opposite. Bringing someone down, then the other person don't really care, ain't paying attention. That's not healthy. That's unhealthy. But let's talk more. Characteristics of a healthy relationship: respect for privacy and space. You're not going on each other's social media. You're not hacking. You don't got the password to your partner's social media account. You're not going through their phone. You shouldn't have to. Okay. Feel comfortable expressing your opinions and concerns to your partner. Yeah. I always tell every woman I've been with, I tell them out the gate, I say, I'm not going to agree with everything you say or do. I'm not. Okay, that would make me a yes person. I'm not a yes person. Okay? I'm not a yes person. All right? If you do something and you ask for my advice, you ask my opinion, I'm going to give it to you straight with facts or from what I know. Okay? Or I'm going to back it with truth. All right? I'm not just going to say something just because, no. Sometimes I might agree with it. Like, nah, you're right. Sometimes I'll be like, I don't agree with that. What else? Okay. You feel comfortable expressing your opinions and concerns to your partner. We just talked about that. You feel physically safe and your partner doesn't force you to have sex or to do things that make you feel uncomfortable. Yeah. Dating an overweight person doesn't make someone feel safe. Because I just saying someone get their butt beat by someone half their size. The average fighter is lean. But just FYI. But you know. Forcing someone to have sex or do things that make them feel uncomfortable. I mean, but that has to come with a form of open communication. You have to communicate that. And I talked about stuff like that in the last episode, I believe. I was like, is it okay to, force your partner to do things they're against? No, of course not. So don't force someone into a poly relationship. But then, you gotta stick up for yourself. You gotta stand up and be like, yo, I don't want that. Because if someone's trying to force you into something that you don't want to do, then you need to lead that person. That's the sense of control. Bottom line, that's sense of control. Okay, what else? Your partner respects your wishes and feelings. You can compromise and negotiate when there are disagreements or conflicts. Okay? Boundaries. Both of you find ways to meet each other's needs to where you both feel comfortable. Right? Communication. Both of you can share your feelings even when you don't agree. In a sense, the person feels safe, heard, and not judged. So when they say that, it's like your partner should be able to come and talk to you freely without you blowing up or without you judging them. Even if you disagree with them, they may not see your side, and that's fine. But at least they could feel safe coming to you to talk to you about something without them being turned off or hurt. And even that goes stretch because if someone's weak-minded and fragile, then it would never work because the slightest little thing you say could turn them off, and then you'll be like, what? I didn't say much. I didn't really say nothing hurtful. Here's an example of one. I give y'all a perfect example. It was this chick I was messing with from the Black Women's Expo, right? She calls me out the blue, random. Just I'm at my sister's house with my cousin. We talking. And she calls me and says, hey, I got a question for you. Man, I ain't spoke to this person in months. Right? I was like, okay, shoot. She was like, if you messing with someone, right? Like, okay, you messing with them. Should you get them a birthday gift? I was like, so me, I'm not gonna answer. I want to know the full scope of this before I get an answer, right? So I asked, I said, okay, mess with them. Did they have sex? I think she said, yeah. I'm like, okay. Did they said it was officially together? She was like, no, they're not officially together, but they messed around. I was like, no. That he does not have to get her a birthday gift. She's like, why? Because that's not his woman. That's a an associate. That's a friend. He doesn't have to get her a birthday gift. And you know what she said? She's like, I don't like that answer. And I was like, well, why you don't like the answer? And she just said, because if you messing with someone and y'all having sex and stuff, just because y'all ain't together, you still should give them a birthday gift. I said, no, you don't. It's just what it is. We are having sex. We're trying to see if we can be official, but I don't have to get you nothing because you're not mine. You're not my woman, and she's not your man. So, and this is when she was trying to get her podcast started. But yeah. All right. Trust and consent consent is sex activities and stuff. That goes back to forcing, not forcing your partner to do, engage in stuff they want to engage in. Okay. And another source, health.clevelandclinic.org says healthy relationship. So this is what they say is a healthy relationship. Empathy and kindness, reliability and commitment, mutual respect for boundaries, ability to work together as a team, similar values and goals. Everything I basically said in the beginning, right? Okay. Reliability and commitment. Be reliable. Your partner got to be able to come to you for stuff. You got to deliver. If you can't deliver, then just be honest and say, I can't do it. Honesty goes a long way in a relationship. And here's the double-edged sword, because when you're honest, they hate you for being honest. Like, Gil said this best. Gilbert was like, if women, this is so true, if women just shut up and don't say nothing. Don't say what you're looking for in a man. Half the dudes y'all dated, you wouldn't even date. Why? Because you would have seen the red flags. You probably would have ignored them and still been with them. But, at least you would have saw, like, this person really is not my type because he don't check these boxes. He said, but when you start saying you want a man to do this, you want a man to do this, you want a man to do this, do this, do this, and all we're doing is just sitting back like this. Oh, yeah? Yeah, you want a man to call you? All I gotta do is just call you? Okay. Oh, wait, you ain't never been out of town before? You never left the state? Word? Okay, cool. I can do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to take you out the state. Yeah. Writing it down. And you're like, oh my gosh, he's this amazing person. And then once you give it to him or time rolls, you're like, damn, this man's a shit at an asshole. He ain't nothing. Yeah. Duh. All you did was give him the playbook. them the plays. Here you go. When just shut up. Just shut up. Ladies, I know it's hard, but shut up. Just shut your mouth and let him try to figure it out. Because now when he got to figure it out, guess what? Now you're going to see he has no choice but to be himself. People love to talk. They hate to listen. Worst of all, they hate paying attention. What Jadakiss say? People is too broke to pay attention. So now, let's get into it. All right. So according to Duke, relationships can sometimes feel familiar, comfortable, or better than other relationships you've had, but that doesn't mean it's healthy. What they mean by that is basically like, okay, just because the guy isn't putting his hands on you, you feel like you with this guy who may verbally abuse you. But you feel like that's healthy because at least he ain't putting his hand. The other guy was putting his hands on you. You might be with someone who is affectionate and all upon you, but financially he's not bringing up to the table and y'all are struggling. But you're like, when I did have the guy who had the money stuff, he always insulted me or he was abusive towards me verbally, and he was always gone. He never spent time with me. But now I got a guy who spends so much time with me, but he's not making that much money and stuff like that. So it's a give or take thing. If we have a history of problematic relationships or we don't have a secure attachment formed in childhood, we can end up moving toward what's familiar, even though it's not healthy. That's what I talked about earlier. Most of y'all date what you know, what you're familiar with, and that's why the relationships fail. I'm used to this type of treatment, so I'm gonna stick with it, even though it's not healthy. And it's like you guys are scared to go outside your comfort zone. You're scared to find healthy and happiness because you don't know what it looked like. Because you've been in a problematic situation so long, you've been, well, some say damaged goods. You know, it's hard to when you actually do have someone that genuinely loves and genuinely cares for you, don't want nothing but just the best for you. You guys fear and shy away from it, run from it because one, you might think it's too boring, or two, you might be afraid of messing it up, or three, that's not the type of love you feel you deserve. Okay, so healthiest relationships keep the door open for self-reflection. Build off the mistakes you learned in the past and allow everyone to confront conflict together in a safe, constructive, and helpful way. So I always reflect after that relationship, even when my relationships didn't work, I always reflected. You know, what I could have did better, what was I overlooking, all that stuff, right? And you just build off the mistakes that were made and just try your best not to make them in the next one. Oh, you and your partner have that open conversation about y'all past relationships, past experiences, what worked, what didn't work, and you guys build off that. It'd be like, okay, this is what I've learned from my past, what you learned from your past. Okay, we know what we don't like. Now let's build a relationship where we don't repeat past mistakes. Okay, so here go the signs of healthy relationships. 1 is respect. 2, you both trust each other and you both earn the trust from each other. Nothing is never given in this life, okay? You have to earn it, okay? You have to earn that trust. You can't just off the bat trust any and everybody. Everybody's not trustworthy. Okay. 3, when times get tough, you find a way to communicate. That's where it fails at right there. Times get tough. Y'all think this is the Cosby's, like things don't get hard. This is life. It's gonna get hard. There's gonna be times where, hey, y'all ain't taking vacations like y'all used to. Money slowed up. It's gonna be times where, oh, you may not feel like talking or being bothered. There's gonna be times where the sex might even dry up. But that don't mean you quit. No. You communicate. You talk about it. You guys can agree to disagree. Facts. Gotta be able to agree to disagree because you always ain't gonna never see eye to eye. Okay. You forgive each other. Another thing that gets that why relationships fail. You don't forgive each other. Y'all say it, but y'all don't really be meaning it. Y'all don't really mean it. Cause if you forgive, then you let it go. You don't bring it up in no more fights, arguments. The worst thing is to resolve a conflict, then another conflict come up down the road, and you bring up stuff that happened in the old conflict. You bring the old conflict to the new conflict, and it's like, no, that was that conflict. That was settled. That was done. This is new. Forgive, 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 forgive each other, y'all. Please do. Both committed to the relationship, right? You both got to fight for the relationship. One can't feel like they're doing all the work and everything, and the other one just laying back, right? Like they don't care. So you both got to be committed to it. You got to be kind to each other. You enjoy each other's company and support each other's goals. That's another reason why relationships fail too. Because you don't support each other's goals. It's like if this person is aspiring to be a famous painter and he's painting, nothing worse than his dreams being shot down by the person he's living with or the person that he loves. When they say you ain't gonna get nowhere, you need to cut that shit. You need to stop doing that. Can't be scared. That's why when you dream and stuff, that's why people protect their dreams. But they don't tell everybody what they really be doing because they don't want it to get shot down because people don't understand it because they can't do it. They want to tell them, you can't do it. But nothing hurts than the person you dating that don't believe in anything you do. When it's positive, when it can potentially lead them somewhere, it's like, when your spouse don't believe in it, that hurts the most. Gotta support your partner's dreams and goals. You're good at making decisions together. Don't avoid different conversations. You're comfortable in who you are, independent from your partner. Comfortable with each other even when you're not on. So what that means is basically just like when you guys aren't rocking or you guys ain't vibing or whatever, you still comfortable around each other. You still may walk around and fart in front of your partner and stuff. You might, I don't know, still just be comfortable around them and stuff. But all in all, y'all, those are the signs of a healthy relationship, okay? Some of y'all, majority of y'all, think you're in a healthy relationship when realistically you're not. So, choose being in a healthy relationship. A relationship is not going to be perfect all the time. Last but not least, you can't Be afraid of dating what you asked for, what you manifested. When it's right in front of your face and it's everything you manifested, you better cherish it. You better not mistreat it. And you better not make up no excuse to leave or run from it. With that being said, it's your boy Trillionaire Chuck. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. That took a lot out of me. But listen, for real, always love yourself and each other.